In this video, we're going to take it literally to the next level. I'm talking about the all-new Forster Co-Ax XL. Gavin here from ultimatereloader.com. At last year's SHOT Show, we saw a preview of Forster's all-new Co-Ax XL, which is a larger version of the traditional Forster Co-Ax, and it's awesome because we can load anything from 50 BMG and 375 Chi-Tac all the way down to conventional cartridges with 7/8 die adapters. So we saw the preview. Next, let's see it in real life. All right, so I got everything out of the packaging. This thing is a beast. I like that they have the same crinkle finish as on the original. It's like the same color as well. This is going to be super cool to get this put together. So let me go over what we've got here. The press comes with the larger jaw set installed. Looks like BMG is on the outside and there's a smaller size on the inside. And then for our 7/8 dies, we have another jaw set that's included for those smaller case rims. Allen keys, we've got 2 die lock rings for 1¼ dies, and we've got 2 of the step down die lock rings for traditional 7/8 dies. I have this 50 BMG die. This is not included with the press, but they sent it, and we'll do a nice demo of some sizing and depriming with that particular die. We've got the press handle. This is the primer drop tube and then the primer catch cup. So it's going to go down on that, screw together, and it'll just hang just like on the regular coax, but obviously scaled up quite a bit. We've got the light, and I see in the instructions that there's a specific procedure for installing that. And then we've got this cool decal, the sticker. It says precision since 1968. Very cool. Back when the coax was called the Bonanza. Okay, so that is what's included. Next, I'm going to take from the instruction manual the bolt pattern, drill and tap some holes in a press mounting plate for the Ultimate Reloader bench system, and we'll get the press put together. Okay, so what I've got here is an aluminum plate that you've seen here on the channel before. I had my RL 1100 mounted to this plate, and it was just bare aluminum. I have Cerakoted this and drilled and tapped some holes that match the pattern for both the Coax and the Coax XL. So there's some trivia for you. If you have a mounting plate or existing hardware, existing mount, should bolt right up. And this is something that we're looking at potentially offering as a part of the Ultimate Reloader bench system, these 1/2-inch plates. They might be 3/8. This half is a little bit of overkill. Anyhow, I really like the Cerakote on there. We're just going to be able to pull in these side bolts here. It gives a super, super rigid mounting arrangement for reloading presses or vices or whatever else you have there. And you'd be surprised at this distance. This is 8 inches on center this way. Very, very sturdy mounting situation. Very rigid. Okay, so there's that. Let's see how our holes are going to line up. It's always awkward to handle a reloading press. There we go. So make sure that our holes are centered there. Using 1/4-20 bolts. Looks like that's going to work good. These holes in the press frame are not quite 3/8 of an inch, so you have a little bit of forgiveness for positioning there. Yep, perfectly centered. I drilled and tapped these on the Precision Matthews milling machine. Using the DRO, it makes quick work of getting a precise bolt pattern drilled and tapped. Power tapping. If you've never power tapped on a milling machine, you don't know what you're missing. It's quite satisfying. Give these a little snug down. Yeah. This press has the new welded frame. The original Coax is cast iron. This is super, super, super beefy. Yeah, look at that. Very nice. I like that a lot. Put the handle in here. Need to go grab the appropriate Allen key. Yeah, I think this is going to be a really good height right on the table. I think is going to be a good arrangement for this. Awesome. So press is mounted. Okay, so the handle just slides right in, and we've got a set screw here. I'm going to use the included Allen key to secure that in place, like so. Nice and secure. Handle's on. Okay, now let's look at the primer catcher. This is going to screw up into the bottom of the press, and so we're going to take the other end that has a little cut for the O-ring, slip that through the cap, and then we'll just pop the O-ring over the top until it snaps down into the groove. Screw on the cup. That's just going to sit like that. There's a hole right under where the shell holder goes. We'll just screw that up into position. Ready to roll. Okay, so the instructions have us installing the light last, but I wanted this for the shell plate demo. So this is the light as it comes. The way this works is you twist the base until it turns off, and then loosening motion turns it off, tightening motion turns it on. And really, to install the light, all you need to do is drop the light head down the hole here, and then this flexible portion kind of makes its way down the back. And then the clip on the light just clips right there. So we've got that on. Tidy that up just a little bit. Make sure that we don't hit anything when we're recycling. Okay, light is on. So I want to leave my machine set up for 50 BMG and similar. So I think what we'll do first is we'll do a 7/8 die demo. And what I've got here is a 5/32 Allen key screwdriver. And we're just going to take the jaws that were installed off so that we can put on some small jaw setup here. Okay, so those come out. And then what you have here is, if you flip it upside down, you've got your springs in there. And so the key is to get your jaws in there. Just push our spring back. Need to make sure that it's kind of seated against the jaw there. Okay, now we have a notch here, and we have a hole there. So I'm going to put the plate like so. I'm going to lower the spreader. We'll do an adjustment on that in just a moment. Okay, that should be about right. So now we can take our screws, get things lined up. Go ahead and tighten the screws down. That looks good. So the shell holder jaws are ready to go. So if you want to see overkill, now is the time. We're going to use the Forster Co-Ax XL to seat some bullets for 223. And these are just going to be dummy cartridges. We'll do bullet seating with 223, and then we'll do full-length sizing with 50 BMG. How about that for a little bit of contrast? So the first thing I'm going to do is going to be to take off the traditional 7/8 die lock ring. And we'll screw on one of the 7/8 inch Super Duty die lock rings that are included with the Co-Ax XL. Let's snap that in, and then we'll take the case and bring that up to position. Screw our die down until we're close to contacting the shell plate, shell holder setup. I'm going to call that good right there. Get our scale around. There we go. So we can read our scale perfectly there. Okay. Go ahead and lock the lock ring in right there. We just want to check here to make sure that the die does not rotate in the ring. It doesn't take a whole lot of clamping force, so we don't need to torque that little screw down very much. Okay, So that's that. Now, if we had a dummy cartridge, which I don't have on hand, we could use that to quickly set the bullet seating depth. Nice. We could even crimp that if we wanted to. So there's definitely more handle movement. Now, this is just a much larger press, but I'm feeling like this would be a great option if you want a single press that can kind of do double duty between ELR type stuff and regular center fire cartridges. Okay, next, let's take a look at 50 BMG sizing. So in preparation for sizing 50, we're going to swap out the jaws yet again for the largest size. Okay, 50 BMG jaws are in place. So I took a couple 50 BMG cases. These are previously fired in the Incredible Hulk. You're going to want to check out our 50 BMG build. Lots of Imperial case sizing wax, and we hit the necks as well. So we've got those. We already set the jaws. Let's double check to make sure we're good there. That looks good. So let's get our 50 BMG sizer set. And that will mean we're ready to try our sizing test. I'm just going to kind of crank this down until it touches. Okay. And we'll give it just a little bit more. Yeah, why not? Looks good. Lock our lock ring. I always lock the lock ring, and then if I need to make another adjustment, I just loosen it, make the adjustment, and then kind of put it back. All right, so here goes. Nice. All right. Let's try another one for fun. Now the funny thing is here, I don't even have primers for 50 BMG. I've been looking for them for like 6 months, 9 months, and they seem to be nowhere to be found. So might have a lead on some. We'll see here shortly. Looks like 50 BMG is going to be no problem at all on this press. Really, really good forces, and I would say lower forces to full length size compared to some of the other press setups that I've used. Okay, so we did a little bit of 7/8 die center fire stuff. We've done some 50 BMG sizing. This is just the start of my journey here with the Forster Co-Ax XL. One of the exciting projects that I have coming up is a 375 Chi-Tac build. And that's where this press is going to be absolutely perfect. It's going to give me the precision that I need for ELR shooting, and it's got all of the capacity. This press is very familiar. It feels a lot like the regular Coax. It does have quite a bit beefier construction, larger dimensions, built-in light. It's got ball bearings up here that the press carriage, the linkage plates rather, ride on. Welded construction. This thing is absolutely a tank, and I just really like the quality and attention to detail that went into this press. So that's an overview. We got more, like I said, coming up. This is going to be really fun to use with some of those other projects. Here's what I'd like to know is, what do you think of the Forster Co-Ax XL? Are you loading for long cartridges like the 50 BMG, like the Chi-Tac or other ELR cartridges? Drop a comment and share your opinions on this press, what you would use it for, what kind of dies you'd be using, what kind of rig you're shooting. I'd love to hear about your experiences. That concludes this video, and that means it's time to wrap it up. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Also, we're on Facebook, YouTube, Rumble, where we've got unrestricted content, and Instagram. Make sure to follow us on all those channels. Ultimate Reloader also has a commercial solutions division serving law enforcement, the military, and the gun industry. We have some unique capabilities, including a comprehensive suite of recoil testing and evaluation capabilities, trigger profiling, and more. If you're interested in custom rifles like what we build here on the channel or gunsmithing services, you're going to want to go to rifles.ultimatereloader.com and get on the wait list. If you want to learn lucrative gunsmithing like what I show here on the channel, including building custom rifles and Cerakote plus a whole bunch more, you're going to want to check out the Colorado School of Trades, schooloftrades.edu. Thanks again for watching.